So today we've got a new phone from a brand you may have seen on the channel in the past. That brand is Tecno. The device is the Phantom X. But before we get into this video, I do have to mention that I have 5 extra units that you guys can win. Just go ahead and leave your Twitter handle down in the comment section of this video and make sure you're subscribed for your chance to win. So good luck on that. All right, a little bit more on this brand Tecno. So when I featured them in the past, they were available in a small number of markets. However, with the launch of the Phantom X, they are going to be approaching even more markets with a much wider availability. So check your local region to see if this one's available for you. Their agenda with this device was to make something that was kind of an elegant package. Apparently, the Gorilla Glass has the curvature going on. Anyway, what better way to find out what it's all about than look inside the package? This color is Summer Sunset, 256 plus 8 GB, so that's your storage and your RAM. I think there is another color available. Oh yeah, look at that, Iceland Blue. So maybe we'll open this one. Let's start it off with this one, the Summer Sunset. I actually kind of like the box. Very understated. I guess if you're gonna call something the Phantom X, you have to have a mysterious box like that. For the ones who are worth it. Oh, cool. I kind of like the case as well. Inside the pack, we have a case on the left, which leaves the edges open. Typically, if you get a free case, which obviously doesn't happen on all phones, it would normally just be a standard plastic looking one. This one, on the other hand, has some texture to it, a slightly cooler design. So that's kind of nice. On the right-hand side, we have the phone. Now I know what Summer Sunset means. It's this kind of gradient color shifting appearance. The camera module is somewhat unique. It bumps out quite a bit, presumably housing some fairly high megapixel camera sensors. I believe the main unit is 50. You can see the flash over here as well. Oh, that's interesting. This is going to be tough for you to be able to tell just watching, but there is texture, like it's almost got a little bit of grip to it. It is glass. It must be etched. So not only do you have this color gradient, color shifting, it's also not your typical glossy glass back. Instead, it has some texture to it. On the bottom of the device, you're going to find a 3.5mm headphone jack, so that's still in there. You have your USB Type-C connector, speaker unit. Over on the other side, volume up, down, power switch. SIM goes in the top, and on the front of the device, we have dual front-facing cameras. My understanding is that one of them is ultra-wide, quite wide, so that's going to be for those group shots. Now, even without turning it on, you can see that they've gone for this really aggressive glass curvature around the edge of the device. You get this slim feeling in your hand. The frame of the phone shrinks down in order to accommodate these two pieces of glass, kind of creating a glass sandwich. I'm also noticing at this point that the power switch has a little bit of texture to it. I've always been a fan of this, so that when you reach down and need to adjust your volume, you know you're on the volume key and not the power switch, even without looking. Case goes on super easy, and now I'm starting to recognize why they went for this cutout on the side of the case, so that you can still appreciate this wraparound glass. Okay, also in the package, it looks to me that they've upgraded their unboxing experience quite a bit. The Phantom X kind of creates a little bit more of a presentation here. So looks like we're gonna get headphones. We are. 3.5mm headset. And we're also going to get a USB cable to charge it up. Yeah, so as far as charging goes, the device has a 4700 milliamp hour rating, and then the power brick is gonna charge it up at 33 watts. 20 minutes will give you a 50% charge, 30 minutes will give you a 70% charge, and 65 minutes you'll be completely charged. So you do have some form of quick charge built in. Last item in the package, SIM tool, so there you go. Okay, so before we power this up, let's just speed through the other colors so we can do a quick comparison. Let's check out Iceland Blue. Wonder what Iceland Blue is. I mean, been to Iceland. Do they have an official blue? It's kind of blue there. Maybe it's a dark blue. Let's find out. Well, the case is different. That's a nice blue. This is a very dark blue. And the phone is a lighter blue. Actually, I like this whole setup right here. I think if I was going to choose between the two, I would probably go for the Iceland blue combo. But anyway, couple of options, nature inspired, sunset or Iceland, your choice. So this display is 6.7 inches OLED, 90 hertz capable, so you have some of that fast refresh in there for that snappier feel and also for the advantage in gaming. And now that we have it turned on, you can get a better sense for how much of that screen wraps around the edge. I really feel I could get used to this texture. This is quite different from all the other devices that I've handled. It does feel like something unique. They're saying it's something unique. They're calling it 3D Silk Glass Original Craft, the industry's first curved glass surface etched texture design, complemented by etched pinstripes. Okay, they've got plenty of descriptive words for this. Fact of the matter is, it's got a unique texture. All right, so we're at that point now where we're gonna set up the security. Now, there is an in-display fingerprint scanner. You can also register for face unlock, which will be optical through these front cameras right here. I'll try the fingerprint for now. So this is pretty typical stuff. Just place your finger on this section. This is also a good time to mention the target for this device price-wise. It's in the mid to higher range. Again, this depends on the market that it's being sold in, but it should retail for around $450 USD. All right, so the device is booted up. I'm gonna max out the screen brightness, and I'm also gonna check for the refresh. So by default, it is in this auto switch setting. That's gonna be your balance between performance and battery savings. Of course, I wanna lock it in 90 hertz to get a sense for that snappiness. And yeah, I'll definitely take 90 hertz all the time and deal with the slight dent into the battery life. You have two front-facing cameras, which is kind of unusual at this point, but it does give you the advantage of having one ultra wide. So I'm gonna test that out, do a quick selfie test and see the difference between the two field of views. Flip the camera around. That's me, and wide is quite a bit wider. So it's not like on other devices that they sort of crop in on the same sensor. This is two individual lenses. It's got some eye autofocus. It is detecting my eyeball. All right, let's go ahead and test this out. So this is your ultra wide test, and here is your standard test. So we have two distinctive field of views. This is typical, that's ultra wide. The advantage here is that you can get more people in a frame. So if you want to take a group photo, you and your friends, you and your family, you can probably fit, I don't know, 2 extra people into the ultra wide version. As far as beard hair analysis is concerned, yeah, no problem there. We have plenty of detail. Oh, and if you're wondering about the Gorilla Glass that's on here, it is Gorilla Glass 5. Let's test out that fingerprint that we registered. They claim it's 0.4 seconds to unlock it. It's pretty fast. Now, of course, in most cases, I will have my face registered as well, so whichever one happens to be more convenient will unlock first. Sometimes face, sometimes finger, it depends on the scenario. All right, rear camera options. The main camera is gonna be 50 megapixels, 1/1/3 camera sensor size. You've also got a 120-degree wide angle macro camera, and there's a 13 megapixel 50mm portrait camera. You can select each of those over here. 2x, that's gonna be your zoom for portrait, your main camera, and then your wide angle shot, and then the macro. So we're used to seeing night mode for photos, for still photos. This device also has a night mode for video feature. Other video features include a video portrait mode, 960 FPS slow motion, and a 4K time-lapse mode. Let's go ahead and see how a YouTube video wraps around this display and also get a sense for the audio. Well, it's hard to tell with a black background. This, you know what though? I've had this comment on the Lou Later show, how on an OLED display, the black background just is completely not there. Like, it's complete blackness. That's one of the advantages of OLED, obviously. So this is your standard setup, and then you zoom in and it wraps around aggressively, as you can see, top and bottom. So obviously you end up with a pretty impressive screen to body ratio here. Now let's go ahead and turn this sound up. Ride the future with VanMoof. Look at this. This is our setup guide. Now, as you guys know, with all quick charge capable devices, I like to plug them in to see what the animation looks like. Some of them are very cool. I just like things that charge fast. So, of course, we'll do our test once again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Flash charge. Look at it go up in real time. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Never gets old. Charge fast. It's better. I promise. All right, so there you have it. The Tecno Phantom. Tecno is now coming for brand new markets around the world. Keep an eye out for them. Also, don't forget, we got the giveaway. 5 total units, including my favorite of the 2 colors, the Iceland Blue model that you can win. So make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube and then leave a comment in the comments section with your Twitter handle for your chance to win. Good luck.